Sondra Wolfe buried her husband Mike just over a week ago.
The window where he does his bird watching, and our fireplace where we spent many happy evenings with the fire going.
A father of 5, grandfather of 19, and at Christmas, Santa to everyone.
I'll be home in an empty house, looking at his empty chair, the empty driveway. He's supposed to be home with me, and he'll never be home again.
There are 200,000 stories just like Sondra's across the United States. The scale of the suffering is overwhelming. This coronavirus widow blames the president for the loss of the love of her life.
It makes me angry. He's supposed to be our leader. He's supposed to take care of us. And it's a health crisis. It's not a political debate. It's a health crisis, and people are dying, and it's just frustrating.
New York-based Fiona and Charlie Tulip and baby Lua looked the picture of happiness, but the smiles mask a deep sadness. Fiona's mother, Isabel, was a respiratory therapist trying to save COVID patients, but she couldn't save herself.
Trump is responsible for my mother's death. This pandemic could have been controlled. Instead, he downplayed it. He called it a hoax. He refused to wear a mask. He led people into danger.
We have done an incredible job. We're going to continue. It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle, it will disappear.
Earlier this year, Donald Trump was publicly comparing the virus to a flu, but privately he was describing it as an airborne killer.
I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
We knew that he knew. We knew. But to have it on tape, to have proof that he knew, and then he turned around and willfully lied, causing the preventable deaths of our loved ones, of my mom, was so painful.
Donald Trump is promising a speedy rollout of a vaccine he says could be approved next month and available to all early next year. But trust is in short supply.
So the idea that there's going to be a vaccine and everything's going to be fine tomorrow is just not rational, not reasonable.
Joe Biden says the president's slow and dishonest response to COVID-19 cost tens of thousands of lives.
He knew it and did nothing. It's close to criminal.
This is actually one of my favorite pictures of my dad. It was on his birthday in 1991.
Kirsten O'Keefe's father, Mark O'Keefe, was a strong Trump supporter, but on his deathbed he told his daughter he felt betrayed because he believed the president's message it was safe to mix with friends.
200,000 people have been wiped from the face of this earth because of this president's own political agenda, and that's a lot to stomach. And in my own case, it's impossible to wrap my head around because it cost me my dad.
Kristen O'Keefe has channeled her grief and anger into political action, calling on voters to dump Trump and starting a website called Marked by COVID.
My mind races with thoughts about my dad, knowing how he was so scared those last few days and alone, which is just a type of passing I would not wish upon my worst enemy.
For all the personal stories of anguish, this is now a wider political question, and voting's already begun. But the stakes could hardly be higher, because by one estimate, if nothing changes, another 200,000 Americans could be dead by Christmas. Philip Williams, ABC News, Virginia.